Inner peace is a feeling of well-being that fills us with deep tranquility. This does not depend on external circumstances or what happens to us, but on the perspective with which we decide to see life. It is a state in which we free ourselves from our worries, fears, and stress, and we become aware of the wonders of life in order to fully feel connected with the universe and with ourselves. We cannot deny that nowadays we live in a way that our quality of life is affected by the innumerable demands at work, at home, and in the economy. However, when we have control of our emotions and decide with what attitude to face problems, we can aspire to develop a lasting inner peace. Therefore, inner calm is not created or produced. Like all states of consciousness, it already exists. And the only task we have is to connect with it by putting into practice thoughts and behaviors that lead us to serenity. Here, I will be sharing some guidelines to put into practice to live with greater happiness, enjoying every single day. Remember, life is 10% what happens to you and 90% how you respond to it. Number 1. Accept yourself with your strengths and your weaknesses. To enjoy inner peace of mind, it is necessary that you be yourself. Do not compare yourself with anyone. Do not try to imitate anyone. You are unique and an unrepeatable person. Value what you are, how you are, and who you have by your side. The second guideline is, don't worry, get busy. Although sometimes it is inevitable, worrying is really useless. There is no use in turning a matter over and over again. This can just generate more anxiety. Instead of worrying, get busy. When an adverse situation arises, analyze whether it has a solution. If it has one, act accordingly. And if it doesn't have a solution, act too, but this time to control your thoughts. Number 3. Allow yourself to experience positive thoughts. You can train your brain to identify every opportunity, resource, and positive aspect of life. Strive to recognize and thank every day for all the good you have. And over time, this function will become automatic. The fourth guideline is to avoid criticism. We all have a tendency to compare, draw conclusions, and then criticize. However, criticism is the worst enemy of inner peace. This not only hurts those who are criticized, but also those who make the value judgment. It's about being more tolerant and flexible. We are in this world to live in harmony with one another. Number 5. Don't hold on. Let go and let be. When an adverse situation comes into your life, you have two options: to let it destroy you or to let it strengthen you. Accept situations as they come. No need to force or control the circumstances. Let everything flow naturally. The sixth guideline is to forgive. We are used to accumulating resentments, but this only prevents us from achieving the peace we desire. Activating forgiveness towards ourselves and towards others is a powerful tool that we can use to heal and liberate. The seventh guideline is control your fears. This is one of the obstacles to living in peace. We may feel remorseful about what was done wrong to us in the past, or maybe about the future when we try to anticipate possible problems. By connecting with the present, you direct your attention only to what is happening here and now. The last guideline, number 8, is meditate and reflect. To achieve inner peace, it is essential to appease the mind. And for this, you must dedicate some time of the day to recover the tranquility and connect with your inner self. Meditation is an excellent resource. I will now share a parable to help us grasp this concept. A man seeking inner peace and enlightenment retired to a small deserted and remote island. He vowed not to be angry anymore, not to be sad or euphoric, but simply to be truly at peace with himself. He also promised not to leave the island and be content only with his company. He chose a place, sat near a tree, stood still, and meditated. After many years of meditation and silence, he thought he had reached enlightenment. He felt calm, revitalized, and fresh, in complete harmony with that island and with himself. He was so happy that he decided to send a letter to his teacher, thanking him for all of his teachings and telling him that he had achieved enlightenment, that nothing in the world overwhelmed him, and that he would never leave that placid island. The man received an answer. He enthusiastically opened the letter and, to his surprise, only read a series of insults against him. The man became so angry that he decided to leave the island to ask his former teacher for an explanation. When they met, he asked what those insults meant. The teacher smiled and said, "You said you were enlightened, that nothing in the world overwhelmed you, and that you would not leave the island. If a few words can make you so angry and make you forget everything you've said, are you really at peace with yourself?" Like Thomas Jefferson said, "It is not wealth or splendor, but tranquility and occupation that gives you happiness." I invite you to try the following exercise. Close your eyes and imagine a beautiful landscape. Build that place in detail while you breathe easy. That place will be kind of a special space where you will have all the answers you need. You can put the colors you want the soft sounds that bring calm, aromas, and presence of people who may no longer be physically with us. Visualize yourself in that space. Go through it slowly, walking as if floating inside your space. And as you walk through and breathe that calm atmosphere, you become one with the universe, which is your being and your essence. In that place, you can rest for a moment and meditate on a particular matter, or ask for an answer. Be quiet and just allow yourself to listen. When you feel ready, open your eyes gently and turn your attention to the present moment and space. Take one last deep breath. And finally, take your inner peace wherever you go.